Hi everyone, it's me Mel from LethaleyasLittleHook with Melanie, and I am a little late for Stashdown 2024, hosted by Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I have been scatterbrained this past week, and I have been gathering my numbers. I don't have many this past month. We do it by the 5th. For the past month, and I had gathered my numbers because I had sent off um, a couple of the items. Oh my gosh, I didn't weigh one of my items. Oh no, that was past month. Oh, that's how scatterbrained I am. But I sent off one of the items to the UK, but I even weighed it and took a picture of it, and I'll put the picture in since I don't have it with me. But I was doing real well, and then the day came and I forgot completely. So I contacted Bridget and she said, it's okay, I was late too. So I'm going to do the video and hope to get it up by this evening. But I only have 3 items that count. Now, what Stashdown is any yarn or craft product that you own before January 1st of this current year. So January 1st of 2024, anything I owned prior to that I use and complete my project in the month. So April counts. I consider finished objects um, done in April. I will weigh them. I don't do yardage. Some people do yardage. Some people count the objects, the finished products, and they do it by the count of the object. I do weight by ounces. Um, so I had 3 finished objects this month. I'm proud of that. I'm proud anytime I finish an object. And so I'm proud I have 1 finished object. And here I am scattered again. By the way, see that pretty thing? That's our new truck. Ah! Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. But, so any craft product you use up in that month that you owned prior to the year starting counts as Stashdown. And this is my newest headpiece. I hope you like it. It's all soft and feathery and leathery and feathery. And it's teals and blues, and it goes all the way around the back. And I like it. And I was holding this one back as a new surprise one. I like it. It's very boho, very hippie, and it's another hippie-ish one for me. Makes me think Willie Nelson and the 60s and the 70s, and with my tinted glasses it looks even more hippie. And they're a little purpley tinted because I got the blue blocker on them this time. My sister says they go purpley when they do because they have the transition and the blue blocker. Okay, enough going anyway. So that's Stashdown, and anybody can join. And if you don't have a channel, you send in your numbers to Bridget via email before the 4th, and that way she can get you in her video by the 5th of each month. So by the 4th of the month following, so like you would have gotten them to her by the 4th of May for April's numbers. So the first thing I have is I made a Ross hat, which is a knitted hat, and I used Mad Tosh yarn I had in my stash. It's the only one I've ever had, and I had it for like a couple years. I was part of the Jimmy Beans Yarn of the Month Club when they had a really, really good deal when you bought the whole year. and I had Christmas money from my bio dad. It was like all the Christmas money, but it was like a really great sale on the year if you bought the year all at once for the crochet uh, thing, but you got really small things of yarn. And I don't know how you could, I never did the projects they sent. They would send, the first part of the project, second part of the project, third part of the project, but it was like this little thing of yarn, and they wanted you to make a floor poof by the end, and you'd get this look. How are you going to make a floor poof with this much yarn for a third of it? And no stuffing or anything. But so I bought a Mad Tosh at one point. Look, I showed you the seam. Why do you always show this? But actually, I don't think there was a seam. No, you just kept going around. But this is the first knit hat I have ever made with no mistakes in it whatsoever. And I even changed it. This was in her I Made It My Way make along. And that was so fun. I made it my way. I'm even designing my own basket right now. She inspired me so much. I'm designing my own basket. Thank you, Bridget. And no mistakes whatsoever. I can't even believe it. Not a single drop stitch, not a single twisted stitch. I made it for my nephew and he doesn't want it. He's so sweet though. He felt bad about telling me he didn't want it. He just turned 17 and he's like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Mimi. I'm like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. If you don't want it, I'd rather know so I can give it to someone who will want it, honey. He's such a sweetie. But he skis and snowboards. He does double black diamond, and he needs a hat that'll keep it. He's like, will it even keep my head warm? I'm like, oh my God, yes, it'll keep your head warm. But he wants, but it wasn't because of the pink. His favorite color used to be hot pink, but he wants, I guess, something a little more manly. I don't know. He doesn't want handmade anymore. It hurts my heart. But I know who I'm giving it to. So, yes. But I was so proud about no mistakes. It made me want to do a happy dance. This weighed 2.35 ounces. I got to get a calculator up so I can give you the grand total. Yes. So, hold on a second. Calculator. Because am I ever prepared? And I've already rambled for 8 minutes. But beautiful hat. It's a chunky, but it's more like a slightly heavy 4. And that's how it knit. So it's so squishy. And I have some left, but I don't think I have enough for another hat. Unless it's a child's hat. I might make a child's hat. And then I made the twist and loop square for Lisa Ladybird for her subscriber blanket, and I crocheted it, and I had to go down so many hooks. It's from a granny square book I have, and we're only supposed to make 7-inch squares, and it came out a little short, so you gotta stretch it. But I used Karen Simply Softs, and it said it was going to make a 6-inch square, but it was making it 8 inches with the hook it suggested. I'm like, no. So I went down to a 3mm hook, and I'll put the picture here so you can see it. And that weighed 1.25 ounces. She's like, you crochet so tight. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't crochet tight. I had to go down to a 3mm hook. It wanted a 5mm hook, and it was not coming out right. I had to go down. I don't crochet tight. No, I had to go down. But yeah, so that was there and in front of my car. But it came out lovely, and I was so proud of that. And she finally got her score. What do you see? Do you see a bunny? The puppies are out on the porch with me. It is almost 80 degrees out. It was 80 degrees in town today. I took the new truck to get inspected because we bought it in New York, had to get PA inspection, and it passed with flying colors. Yay! So it's all ours and all lovely, and yay! And the last thing I made was a pattern test I did. So I can show you that because she does not hide her pattern tests. And it's a market book bag. Um, the one thing I did not like was how she did the handle, but she may change that because a bunch of us were like, but it's called the Weekend Crochet Along Book Bag Test because Audrey, who is the designer for Canoe Mountain Designs, does on her Facebook page, she does weekend crochet alongs where on Friday she'll release part 1, Saturday she'll release part 2, and Sunday she'll release part 3 of these crochet alongs, and you can do the whole pattern in 3 days. And it's a cowl or it's a infinity scarf, a small shawl, or a bag. And in case anybody loves to do bags, this is this one. And hold on, it's slightly twisted because it has a rectangular bottom and then just a cute little handle. But she loves texture. Just a lovely little repeat. And I used yarn bee or sugar wheel cotton, which is what she used, and I happen to have some in my stash from my lovely friend Angela Farron Burton, who is Mima's Crochet and More, Crafts and More. I always get her channel name wrong, but I'll link it below. Angela Farron Burton. Yeah, that's it. And she had gifted me some during, she was my secret Santa from Garden State Gardener last year during Christmas in July. And this was the lovely color she sent me. And didn't that turn out nice? And here's the handle. There's nothing wrong with the handle. It was just how it, I love this way, how it decreases into the handle. It was just how it joined. So, but I love these colors. Angela definitely knows my palette. And I love how this feels. It is definitely garment worthy cotton. I was recently at Hobby Lobby and I was like, want to make a shirt. But I'm like, but their clearance is supposed to be happening soon and I might be able to get some on clearance. Hold off. But then I had to order online. I had to order something online, and I had to get up to free shipping. So maybe some fell in my cart, maybe because I went to look at it, and it happened to be on the one I had put in my cart, the exact color I had put in my cart, and then taken out of my cart while I was in the store. It was chosen online automatically. I mean, that's fate. But anyway, so this is what I made. And this is called Fruity Forever, I believe. And this weighs 5.9 ounces. So let me put these numbers into my, oh, my nose itches. 1.25 for the square. And this is 5.9. So my grand total is 9.5 ounces for the month of April. Not a lot, but it is something out of my stash. Now, we all know I'm putting more back into my stash than I'm taking out. But the thing is, I am taking a lot out of my stash. Maybe it's after that I put in after the first of the year, but I am using a lot. So, I am using a lot. I am making a lot of stuff. It's not done yet, but it's being used. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. And it's soft and silky. And I would put this on. But feathers. Okay, we're going to do this. Because you got to see how the hat, oh, look. Okay, it fits really nice. I mean, isn't that cute? That's cute. I mean, even on me. And I figured out my own starting cast on because I used a different size needle, and I did my own cast on because of the size of the needle and because the yarn is not quite a chunky, considered a chunky. So for Stashdown April 2024, I have 9.5 ounces total and 3 finished objects. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm chuffed. And a new truck. I've got 2 birds' nests on my house, and they're trying to build 2 more, which we have to stop because they're doing it right over my table. And they keep dropping stuff that is not kosher on my chairs and table. I cannot have that. I won't be able to do videos, and they'll be yelling at me all the time. They can have it over the door, not over the table. I love them. No. Anyway, I will be back with garden updates. I will be back to tell you all about the concert I went to over the weekend. And I hope you shine bright and have a great week.